Hi guys, in this video what we're going to do is we're going to look at the distance and the midpoint formula for the line. This is pretty straightforward, it's all from junior cert, so you shouldn't really have any problems with this. So the two formulas are as follows here. So what we have is if A is equal to some x coordinate, y coordinate, and B is equal to some other x, y coordinate, then what we have here is that the length of AB, i.e. the distance between A and B, is equal to the square root of x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. And the midpoint is just given by x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and then y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So we'll just go straight to the example. It's pretty straightforward. So let's just read through this. It says two mobile phone masts A and B located at points with coordinates 4, -3 and -6, with respect to some base. The number are in kilometres. So the first thing we've been asked to do is find the distance between the two masts and give your answer to 2 decimal places. Okay, so let's start then. First thing we do is we label the coordinates x1, y1 and x2, y2, and then all we do is we just follow through with the formula. So it's the distance formula. So the distance formula is this one here, it's number 1. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to call it D for distance, just doesn't really make any difference. I could use, I'll use AB. There we are. So AB is equal to, and it's the square root of x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. So let's just input the values. So AB, the distance AB, is equal to, and we can see here our x2. I've already labelled it, it's all up here, look. So just put these values in, and then just crank out the calculation. That's all we have to do. So we've got x2, which is -6, and we've got minus x1, which is 4. Don't forget to square it. We've got plus y2, which is 7, minus -3, so minus -3, we'll sort that out in a second, all squared, and then what we're doing is we're square rooting everything. So the distance AB is equal to -6 minus 4, which is -10, all squared, plus 7 minus -3. Well, that double negative makes a plus, so we've got plus 10 all squared, and don't forget we've got the square root there. Then what we have is AB, well, the distance AB is equal to -10 squared. Remember, anything squared is a positive, so -10 times -10 gives me 100, plus 10 squared, which is another 100, and now I have AB is equal to the square root of 200. Now, if I need to, I can stick that in my calculator and I can get that to 2 decimal places. Okay, and part 2 now asks us just to calculate the midpoint basically. So let's look at part 2 here. Again, all you're doing is you're just putting it straight into the formula. What we have here is we're told that M, the midpoint, is equal to x1 plus x2 all divided by 2. y1 plus y2 all divided by 2. So we just put the numbers in. So the midpoint in this particular question is x1, which is 4, again it's just from the coordinates at the top there, plus x2, which is -6 all over 2, and y1, which is -3, plus y2, which is 7 all over 2. Just calculate these now. M is equal to 4 plus -6. Well, 4 plus -6 is 4 minus 6, and 4 minus 6 is -2 divided by 2. And then we have -3 plus 7, and that's 4 divided by 2. And all we do is do the -2 divided by 2, which is -1, and 4 divided by 2, which is 2. And we now know that the midpoint between those two coordinates is -1 and 2.